What I want to talk about is the proper time to get an Audi or any German car for that matter. And what I'm talking about is the ability to afford the vehicle, not only affording the payments, which, if you can, I would try to avoid the payments by putting as much down as you can, but you need to afford the payments and make the payments manageable, meaning make the payments less than $500. Because if you're purchasing a vehicle and you're paying $7, $8, $1,000 plus, you can't afford that vehicle. You should not have that vehicle. That is the worst financial decision you can make, because the minute you drive any vehicle off the lot, it's already worth less than what you paid for it. So personally, what I've done with this vehicle, and I didn't do it with my one way back in 2000. I did put several thousand down and I purchased it, but it was around $550 a month for 3 years, and so that kind of breaks the rule when I say over $500. But I was quite a lot younger than, and I was in the middle of my career and living in the big city with a lot of more expenses, blah blah blah. But now today I put down a big payment so that my payments are quite low. And then the other advice is that you need to put away money every month for maintenance, especially if you purchase the vehicle and you're out of warranty. But I try to get the warranty personally, the extended warranty, if you have an older vehicle, and that's only if you're not mechanically inclined or you don't have a garage. I have some mechanical knowledge because my dad made us all learn how to fix our own, tune up our own vehicles. Back when you had the carburetors, you didn't have direct injection and all that stuff. So I was able to change my spark plugs and oil and basic things, fuel filter, air filter, but I didn't touch the brakes or anything like that. So but if you're mechanically inclined, you have a garage, you're able to do it, then fine. You don't need the extended warranty if you know how to fix these things. But for somebody like me, I don't have the garage. I don't have a lift, So I need to rely on a mechanic. So I will be purchasing the extended warranty. I'm not at that point now. But what I did, I purchased the Audi Care, and I get these scheduled maintenance. So you need to factor in the maintenance cost, because if you don't do the maintenance, meaning change the oil every 5,000 miles and change the transmission fluid, I think it's like the recommended Audi corporate schedule is way beyond what you should really be doing if you want these vehicles to not give you a lot of hassles. So I believe it's 30,000 miles that you have the trans fluid changed, and there's a whole schedule of maintenance items that mechanics not affiliated with the Volkswagen group not on the corporate payroll recommend. So you need to put money away to pay for that. And I suggest, if I decide to buy this vehicle, $2,000, it could be less, but at the get-go, just try to put $2,000 away. So you divide the $2,000 and allocate every 12 months into a savings account, like my mom used to do. She used to have this little sheet of paper, and she used to pencil in car, because they never had car. They paid cash for their cars, my parents. And then my mom always put money aside for the car. So every time there was an issue with the car, and they had Buicks, she would have the money. And so you need to do the same with a German vehicle, or else you can't afford these vehicles. You should not get a German vehicle if you cannot do that. If you're trying to impress your friends, oh, I have an Audi, oh, I have a BMW, well then you're the wrong person to own this car. Because personally, I don't really give a flying crap, if no one knows I have an Audi. And in fact, I try to be understated. I'm not at work, oh, I have an Audi. They kind of found out, just by accident, when I guess they saw me get out of it, but I wasn't broadcasting it. And quite honestly, I'd rather just, if I have to meet somebody, like for my tutoring sessions, I'd rather meet them in a beater. So, because of these misperceptions, oh, you have an Audi, you're trying to show off, and oh, you're wasting your money type of thing. I only have this car because of the utility of it, and getting me down roads like this in the middle of winter, because these roads get pretty icy. So if I ever had to drive down a road like this in the middle of winter, I'd rather do it in an Audi than any other vehicle, any other German vehicle. I don't think the Mercedes could handle it. I don't think the BMWs could handle it. So that's basically my take on who should be purchasing these vehicles or leasing these vehicles. And I only lease these vehicles because they're such complex vehicles, and some models might have a little more issues than others. So I'd rather try it on, drive it for 3 years, and then if I have no issues, like I haven't with this vehicle, if I really like this vehicle, then I will purchase it and pay cash, because I save every single month. And then all the years I did not own a vehicle, I was still saving as if I had a car and I was having a car payment. So yeah, the leasing, it can be more expensive than just outright buying, but to me, outright buying these cars, to me, is a financial risk that I don't want to take. I don't want to be stuck with a vehicle that if it has trouble, it's harder to get out of that deal. Whereas if you have a lease, it's easier. So that's my rationale for leasing this vehicle, and the lease is almost up. I have 4.5 months, and a lease too makes sense if you don't beat the vehicle. And I've not been dinged. This is my second lease. I have not been dinged with over mileage. I have not been dinged for damage. I drive these vehicles like I don't beat them. So I don't launch them. I don't scrape the tires. I don't slam on the brakes. I don't, put the pedal to the metal and I do properly warm it up. So that's my take on, like I said, who should be purchasing these or leasing these vehicles. So I hope this was informative, and if you like this video, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. You just need to hit the subscribe button, and if you like it, press the like button, and thanks for watching.